Hey everybody, Logan here. And as you can see by the title, this is another collection style video, but this one has a bit deeper meaning. And the reason I decided to do this, I took into consideration, I started looking back at some of the other collection videos, and some of the other things I did where I actually told stories about my gaming history or gaming past or stuff like that, and what certain things mean to me. And people seem to like those, so I was like, you know what, I'm going to try something with this video, and hopefully you guys like it. And that is 5, I guess you say, items in my gaming collection that have a deep meaning or a deep value to me. Yet they may not be the most expensive items, they may not be the greatest games or whatnot, because yeah, there are a ton of games that mean a lot to me. Let's say GoldenEye for the Nintendo 64, the original Halo for Xbox, Shining Force 2 on the Sega Genesis, stuff like that, were games that I played quite a bit that really meant something to me. They didn't make it into this video because games are different, and you'll see what I mean. That's why I say these aren't 5 games, it's 5 items. We'll call it items that really hit me right here, and why I still have them, or why they rank so high, but not in any order. These 5 just, I was going through my collection and I was like, you know what, I felt like sharing this. So there you go. Let me stop rambling. Let me show you what I got.
Welcome to Red Bandana Gaming, the channel where Logan will show you everything from gameplay to gear. Their crew is here to take you on a journey through every atmosphere. Releases to news, you don't have to choose. Red Bandana Gaming is here for you.
To start with, these are, like I said, these are items that mean things personally. I have them all sitting right here. I'm going to go with the oldest item here. And before we take a look at it, if you notice what the trend is, there's kind of 2 little things that really tend to connect all these. There's like a little theme around everything. Drop it in the comments below if you catch it. First, we're going to start out with the oldest. The oldest is my original Game Boy from when I was a kid. This I could never get rid of. I did trade in a lot of the games when I was younger. I wouldn't say, yeah, we'll say younger, because I was 18, 19, and I wanted the Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. But this I could never get rid of. Yeah, and I bet you're looking at it, all the stickers. Yeah, when Pokemon came out, Pokemon was huge. Pokemon's still huge. I was in the 9th grade. I think it was 98, 99 when Pokemon came out. I want to say it was 98 over here. And yeah, I played Pokemon Yellow, was the first one. My best friend had Pokemon Red, I think. But then later I got Pokemon Blue. And yes. So this is my original one. Now there are issues with it. It doesn't have any batteries, and it has a slight bit of corroding in there. I've tried to clean it over the years. But age, this is well over 30 years old. This is 1989. That, if I'm not mistaken, that's when I got it. It was 89 or 90. Might have been 89. Yeah, just looking at this brings back so many memories. Playing in the dark in car rides, using the mag light, the one that would go over it. I don't know where that one is. I lost that one over the years. It was called the Light Boy, and it would clip on, have a magnifier, and have a light. I never got rid of it. I just don't know where it is. I don't know what happened to it. Moving, stuff like that. Things, you know, and then when you get in trouble, your mom decides to like get rid of some of your stuff, and like, yeah, that might have happened. I don't know. But this is my original Game Boy. And so many great stories and so much great history with this. It even has the old, it's yellowed, the sticker and everything. I just recently started recollecting all my original games, try to get them all back. Not the same ones, but you know, Ninja Gaiden Shadow, Gauntlet 2. I recently posted that on the Instagram. I'm missing one, Dr. Mario, which I didn't realize I didn't have. I thought I had it, but Super Mario Land 2, 6 gold coins, and Tetris. I have 2 copies of each. Don't know how that happened. I think I made a mistake with the Tetris. The Mario Land was given to me when I bought a modded, the one over there, I think you can see it, the Game Boy Pocket with the light. He just threw it in. So that is the first one. Next one. This theme is going to show pretty early. That's my Game Boy Micro. Now, my Game Boy Micro, this is the Super Famicom. I got this when I was still working at EB in 2000, Electronics Boutique, EB Games, in 2005? I got this in 5 or 6, I can't remember. But I was working there, and I was like, oh, this thing's so cool. I saw it in the E3 that year. That summer, I was actually out of a job. I quit working at GameStop. Things were going really bad there. I actually had a former manager end himself, and it was, what a time that was. But I left there, went to EB because my former assistant manager, who was a good friend of mine, hired me. And then my EB got closed down. They sent us to another EB. Long story. I think I covered it in the EB versus GameStop video I did a year or so ago. That's neither here nor there. But I was working at EB and this came in. I was like, you know what? I like it. I'm going to get it. So I bought that little bad boy. Now, what's funny is I was carrying it with me, and I had to work at another location for the night because they had people call out and there was an issue. They couldn't get someone to cover, but they needed me, and my former boss, who was the one who got me hired at EB, he was actually now the manager at that location. Now, I had this in my pocket while I was fixing something. I can't remember what it was. It cracked the screen. Even with this on it, if you guys know, there's a plate on it. I don't take this apart. I really don't touch this too much just because of how nostalgic and how much this thing means to me. It still works perfectly. Everything's great. But it stays on a shelf up there, way up there. And it cracked. So they had one left and he swapped it out for me. Even though we weren't technically supposed to, we didn't have warranties and stuff. He did it, and I still have mine now. And I've loved this. I've used this so much over the years. And then once the DS, DS Lite, DSi, all that stuff came out, I just went, hey, because the DS was already out, I think, when this came out. But it was the DS Lite. I ended up switching over to that, and this is, there you go. Yeah. So this is one of my favorite pieces. Seen a little theme yet? Little theme yet? All right, the next one is, see it yet? See it? My Metroid new 3DS XL. This, yeah, there was a happy memory and a sad memory tied to this. That's why I had just been laid off of my position of 11.5 years at Best Buy because my manager decided too that we were going to opt into downsizing the position I was in, and she didn't like me because of said skin color and the way I looked. I was scary to her. So me and another employee who was female got laid off, all because of personal reasons, which was really sad. Instead of going by numbers and performance and tenure and all that, they didn't want any of that. They didn't care. But that's not what this is about. Because I got laid off, I was really depressed. I was sad. So my wife was trying to convince me, and it was like a month before my birthday. So this had come out right after that. We go to one of the GameStops in my area. We just happened to stop at the time, and they had it in stock. And she goes, "Do you want it?" I was like, "Yeah, but," and you know, I was like, "I just got laid off. I don't have." She's like, "Do you want it?" And I was like, Yeah, she's like, get it for him. And I was like, what? And then I was like, I can't let you do that, because these things were like $250 at the time or something like that. $200, $250, I don't quite remember. But they weren't cheap. This was special edition. You know how they're always more expensive. I want to say it was like $200, $179, $200. I don't remember, but I remember getting it. And I'm like, fine, okay, you're going to do that? Yeah. That 2DS, because she kept talking about the 2DS. 2DS XL. 2DS XL. She wanted that so badly. Just 2DS XL. 2DS. And I was like, you know what? Get her that. She's like, looked at me, but it was like half the price of this thing. So we were playing kind of tit for tat. She bought me this. I bought her the 2DS XL. Next day, after I gotten this, I was like, wait, we didn't get any games for her. I went and picked her up Animal Crossing. Animal Crossing New Leaf. And if I knew it started the biggest thing in the world, my wife is the biggest Animal Crossing fan. She's got around 700 hours in New Horizons, been playing it since the expansions come out. We have framed posters, you name it. She's got all the plushies, t-shirts. She's got 20-something t-shirts, the socks, bags, hats, everything, pillows, you name it, Animal Crossing. And that's funny because that's where this ties into. The fact that I love Metroid, and now it's gone through like a boom lately. I don't even know how much this is worth, but as you can see, it's back in the box. I did have it. This was my standard new 3DS at the time, because I didn't have a new 3DS at that time. I was running just a I think a 3DS XL, or no, I was just running a regular 2DS. I was running a regular 2DS because I had a little before that sold off my handhelds. She did not know, and she was a little upset that I did. So she bought me this, and I carried this around with me everywhere. Funny enough, when I was getting these tattoos, this fell out of my pocket and cracked. The corner where the I think it was the R button was, it cracked it, jammed it. I had to send it back to Nintendo, and they said, we don't know if we can fix it. We're going to try. If we can't, are you okay with us sending you a replacement for it, or just sending you back the original? I said I want the original back. It cost me about $50 to have it fixed, and they were able to fix it. So with that, they fixed it, sent it back to me, and after that, I just switched to a new 2DS XL because I didn't want this damaged, and this is still complete in box, everything. That's why this means so much. There's so much around this unit. And are you guys seeing the theme yet? You seeing the theme? You seeing the theme? Just saying you seeing it? Okay. Now, the next one, yeah, doesn't rely on the same theme, but hey, it's got something. And that is a game. And that's a Car Warriors 3. Yeah, I have the protective glass on, glass plastic over it. But a Car Warriors 3, I bet you're saying, I guess it's a pretty pricey game for NES, especially complete in box. But why? Why? This is a game I would rent quite a bit when I would stay with my dad on the weekends. Every other weekend, once, twice a month. When I was a kid, we'd go and rent Nintendo games. And this is one of the ones that I would rent quite often outside the Ninja Turtles games and some of the superhero. I remember doing the Batman, the Flintstones, the DuckTales, stuff like that. But this one I did because I was like, look at that cover. Oh, that's so cool. Now, in this game, you can beat each other up, but it is not that type of game. I don't know if you guys see. I'm not going to put any gameplay overlay just because this one is a more a dive into me video. But if you guys have ever played it, think of it as those shmups kind of thing. But you're two guys and you go up the screen. The bad guys come at you. You beat them. You can shoot them. You got tanks, but you can beat each other up. So my sister and I would beat the crap out of each other because whenever she'd start winning, I'd beat her up. And she's like, because it's still this day. But she would get mad, and then vice versa. It would go back and forth. We never even completed the first level because we ended up beating the crap out of each other. We tried to stop, and then we'd still end up losing after the first tank. But it's been over 30 years, and I've been trying to find this game since I started collecting again. So we're going to say for at least around about 10 years now, maybe a little less, give or take, I've been looking for this game. Finally found it last year, I want to say. When we were on one of our trips, I was still up to Orlando when we used to take them all the time. If you watch the channel, you knew we used to travel to Orlando quite a bit. I found it at a game store, and I was like, I want it. I think it was like $60 or $70. And my wife was like, just get it. I'm like, that's kind of expensive. She's like, just get it. You've been looking for this for years. Just shut up and get it. So I did. And I'm one of those people, I'm really apprehensive to spend a lot of money on video games, because I remember what they used to be. When I worked at GameStop, NES games were 25 cents, 50 cents, $1, $5. Most was $10, and we were like, whoa. So I think about that, my mind automatically goes back to those days. But I know the retro game market has changed significantly. This is one of those that is heavily shot up in price. And even regular, so complete in box, I had to, and it just, this game has always meant something to me. Mainly more of the chase and that original memory. If I had that memory and then picked it up like that, like no problem, this probably wouldn't be in this video. But the chase and the chase and the chase and the chase and the chase to get this, I was finally able to get it, and it made me really happy. Now with the final item, it's not a video game. It's not a video game, but he came from a video game. It's me, Mario. And you're like, why is it the penguin suit Mario? Why the penguin suit Mario? This, when my wife and I first started dating, when we had maybe a few months in, I had gotten really, really sick. And I was staying at her place so she could take care of me, even though I was at home. My mom couldn't deal with it. I was old enough as it was, of course. It's like 6 years ago, so I was still in my 30s. But I was living at home, and you know, my wife, currently my wife, now my girl, back then was my girlfriend. She didn't want to worry about me not getting the correct care, not, you know, being sick, and she couldn't take care of me. She wanted to take care of me, and she was so happy to take care of me while I was really sick. And to make me feel better, she went out and got my medicine, and then she came home with this. She came home with, she's like, I know how you like video games so much, and it's Mario, and I know you like Mario, and I thought it might make you feel better. This is one of the most important pieces of my collection, because, you know, it's just, it makes me realize how much when someone loves you, when they listen to just the little things about you, the things that you like, the things that matter to you, how important things like something like this can be. So while I was sick, I had this in bed with me the entire time, and I've kept this close to me. It's been in backgrounds of almost all my videos for those that were filmed in the game room, on the game wall, whether it was in this one. He's always up there. Whether you can see it, he's always over there. He's always above the game room. In my old game room, he was the same thing, above the Nintendo games. He was always there. And this means quite a bit to me. So I'll never let this Mario go. But there you go. Those are 5 items. And this thing's cool too. Ooh, no, okay. Those are 5 items that mean a lot. This one's not in the video, but I got this at, I was gonna get it at Disney World, and it was like really expensive, and I think we ended up finding it at Target a week or so later for like $10 less. As I've had this thing forever. I love this thing. But that's not it. This is Mario's riding the Shirley's like, woo, you can't catch me on Mario. I will stop now. Mario, you can sit right there. Don't fall. Ah! Don't. Okay. Not like a little penguin where you pick them up and drop them off the side. Not going to do do that. No, we've all done that. But okay. All right. Thank you guys so much for watching. You know what? At the end of this video, if you've made it this far, in the comments below, drop one item that really means something to you. Not because, oh, I love this game, played it a lot as a kid, but something that really holds a story or you hold close to your heart because it actually means something. Do that. Drop it in the comments below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this video. Let's get other people talking about stuff like this. I think this is a pretty interesting topic. But thank you guys so much. Again, head on over to Red Bandana Gaming. Subscribe. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Follow us on our socials. Like we always say, be legendary. And thanks again.